Hi everybody, I'm Father Culpepper, the rector at Christ the Redeemer Anglican Church in Fort Worth, Texas. Let me tell you about the good things that God is doing in our congregation. How did Christ the Redeemer get started? Christ the Redeemer got started on January 1st of 2008. And there are a couple of really interesting dynamics about our beginning. The first is, on the somewhat unfortunate side, we began in the aftermath of the breakup of the Episcopal Church. And we gathered together folks who wanted to obey the Great Command and the Great Commission, and they became those who gathered around us for the initial planting prayers and designs for how we wanted to plant this church. On the more positive side, there's always been a lack of an Anglican presence in the Southwest Fort Worth area. So this became an opportunity for us to plant an Anglican church in the Southwest area of the city with the idea in mind that we always hope to be a church that would plant churches. Let's talk about hopes and dreams and future and plans going forward for Christ the Redeemer. Well, happily, thankfully, thanks be to God, we purchased land on July the 7th of 2023. Right now, we're in the process of architectural drawings that we're looking forward to presenting to our congregation in the coming year. Doing a capital campaign that we hope will raise the funds to build phase 1 of our permanent home, which is located on Overton Ridge Boulevard near Hewlin Mall. And basically the plan is to get phase 1 on the ground and then live into it and in a sense see what we're going to be when we grow up. We don't really know. We've got over 300 members. We've got 160 to 180 attending on a Sunday morning. So we're planning for an interim nave that will seat about 300 people. And once we kind of figure out how we're going to fill out over time, then we'll build the final nave, the permanent nave. And we don't yet know exactly what size that will be because we don't yet know what size we will be. But again, we hope that that will become not only for us the permanent home for Christ the Redeemer in the Southwest Fort Worth area of the city, but we also hope that that will be a place that will be a church that plants churches, because there are certainly lots of mission fields reaching out from Southwest Fort Worth where they are in need of the gospel, and we, God willing, will have the opportunity to be a church that plants churches and fulfill those needs for folks. Everything that you see was built by members of our parish family, and it's just so neat to see how the family has invested itself in the family of God and made their own contributions to our worship space. And one of the really neat things about that is it's actually an act of discipleship. When people see an opportunity to get engaged and make a contribution, express their gifts in the life of the parish family, it creates such a deep sense of ownership and a deep sense of participation. And you know that you're not a passive participant in worship, but you're an active participant because you've done something to help build the parish family in a very tangible way. And that's a really neat feature of church planting that's had a very vibrant expression in the life of our congregation. So this is our parish home, this is our parish family, and we love giving the tour. Even though it's in a shopping center, we still love God in this space, and we find it to be a very neat sort of tent to temple journey that we're on that allows us to remember Moses and the Israelites as they had their own experience of going from tent to temple. We're able to attach ourselves to that narrative and really embrace the biblical story in that way.